One shot.
How are we doing today, my fellow game members? Today we're going to be looking at my Widowmaker settings. Why anyone would want to see my Widow settings, I don't know, because I'm trash. But that's what we're going to be looking at. I'm sorry this video is going to be a bit choppy, as I have not edited in a very long time, and I literally edit on a phone, and I used to use this app called Pocket Video, which got taken off the App Store, so now I have to compensate with something else. Anyways, let's look at my Widowmaker settings. Now, Widowmaker is just Jesus Christ. So horizontal, vertical sensitivity, I just put them at 100 because this really doesn't matter too much to me. I'm going to get away from these bots because they are interfering with my audio. Okay, they really don't matter that much to me because what matters is an option that's going to come later as vertical, horizontal. These are both unscoped, so advanced is really what matters. Alright, so aim assist strength is at 90 because I'm a scrub. You are going to experience a lot more dragging when you're aiming at a target. Say you're aiming at a target like right here, then someone else crosses that path, right? You're gonna get a little bit of drag. So, and I'll be aiming right here. See, character crosses right there. Your scope's gonna drag that way with a higher aim assist strength, but you can get used to it. Not completely, it won't completely go away. You can't really completely counteract it, but you can adapt to it. Aim assist window size 100, the size in which the where you're aiming at the target until your aim assist kicks in. Aim assist ease in 90. I'm not going to explain all of these because then this is going to turn into way too long of a video, and not to mention I don't know what half of these mean if I'm being honest with you, and I'm sure most people don't know what half of these mean, and I really wish they would just make it like 1 to 14 or something, like COD sensitivity. I don't know, dude. Aim assist ease in 90, aim smoothing 100, aim ease in is 80. Right, so like you could turn your vibration off if you're okay with that feeling. If I was okay with that feeling, I would definitely turn my vibration off. You know, it's just like a little, like, very, very minor recoil on your hands, and, you know, just throw them off. All these settings are really trial and error, so, like, especially aim technique, because I was using dual zone for a good while. Then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna switch it up, use linear for a while, and then I stuck with all these three for a good while, and then exponential was the one I was doing my best with, so now I just use exponential. Type, I use crosshair for my reticle. I like the, it gives me a horizontal and vertical component in my aiming, and, you know, it's just what most shooter games have as a reticle, so that's what I'm used to. And then color, I would recommend definitely trying to change this. I would not recommend red as your color for your reticle. I choose green because, as you see, it contradicts with the enemy red outline, so you could better tell where your crosshair is. If it was red, it would just blend in with your enemy. So that's why I choose green. So I would choose something that contrasts red if you're interested in changing your reticle. And thickness is one. I like having all these set to where my crosshair is very small as Widow, so I can easily line up with a head. Crosshair length at 3, opacity 80, outline opacity 50. These last few settings I don't think really matter to me. I wouldn't, except for the dot. I'd say 3's right about 3 or 2 is good for me. Dot opacity 100. Also, I would recommend going to all heroes for this next part, your allied health bars, so you can know when you can engage and when to disengage, so you can see what your allies' health bars are looking like. So I would recommend turning this on for all heroes. It's very helpful, you know, like when you're not playing healer and stuff. Toggle zoom, you could do that. I don't think most people would be used to it, but you could do that. Now this is the setting I was talking about, the sensitivity that really matters when you're playing Widow. Now I use 40. I believe the default is like 30. So for this, it would really just depend on what kind of shooting technique you use. For instance, if you use tracking, you probably want a slower sensitivity. If you use more tracking, if you use more flicking, you would want a faster sensitivity. Now, me, I'm kind of in between, where sometimes I'll flick and sometimes I will track my targets, or sometimes I'll just try and lead my shots. So what I use is 40, right, for my zoom sensitivity, and in that clip, that should be coming up right after this. I'll explain to you why. Okay, so grappling hook sensitivity is at 100. I would recommend this for 100 for everyone. Recoil, I would recommend turning this on. It should be turned on by default. But I believe that's everything. Everything else is left on default, except for when I push to talk, because when I'm streaming I like to talk. And yeah, so those are my Widowmaker settings. Ugh, sorry, burping over here. Not sure why anyone would be interested, but maybe I help someone out, I don't know. But I believe that is all. So until then, see you next time, and goodbye.